They broke into the door, they pushed my mom to the side. I was 10 years old, my instinct was to help my mom, so I jumped on one of the policemen and he beat me with his AK-47, and I was laying on the ground, you know, my head was bleeding, my mom was crying. We felt very helpless. I think interrupted education comes from what experience you had in your background and your story. You know, being a Kurd in Syria, you know, is very hard in the 1990s. My father was a lawyer and he was helping many Kurdish people, and the government did not like this. I was doing well in Syria. I was getting awards, and then it became too dangerous for us to stay in Syria. Now in Germany, they thought because I don't speak the English language, I'm, I guess, not intelligent enough to be in the same grade level. And it put me 2 years behind, which made me feel that I'm not good enough, and demotivated me from learning the language at the beginning. We had the mentorship through my teacher and people who taught us German. We had the resources of libraries and books and things to learn, but there was no assurance of a platform to build anything on it. Every 6 months for the last 6-7 years, we had to go and apply for asylum, which means you could stay or not stay, and depend on a judge to grant you that. I will graduate from high school, but I can't go to college because I have no permanent residency. So what is the reason for me to study and do so well? And I think that's part of interrupting your education, that you have no assurance of where your education is going. And I was 18 years old and I had to step it up. And they told us you have only 3 months for rent, and then after that on your own. But luckily we had people from the church and from the refugee organization came and start helping us out to integrate to the American society. I would leave school on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I work for 30-40 hours as a dishwasher in a restaurant. I have to work, support my family, learn the English, practice for my SAT, and get into college by August. For every dish I washed, I will read a page of a book that week. So I work 40 hours in that weekend, and I will wash around 200, 300 dishes, and I'll read a page of anything, newsletters, books, during that week. The important thing is my motivation, but not only that, I had people to direct me in the right direction. I had teachers at my school who were helping me write my personal statement. I had people who write me a recommendation letter. I had people from the church who would come every Sunday and teach us English. One of the biggest mentors in my life was Dr. Latouf, who's a heart surgeon at Emory, and his daughter found out about me that I'm working as a dishwasher to support my family, and I wanted to be a doctor. When I took my first admission test for medical school, I didn't do well. I called him, I was like, hey, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this. He's like, no, it's fine, just take it again, you'll be fine. I believe in you. And I took it again, and I remember calling him about it. I got into Morehouse Medical School. 2012, I started residency in internal medicine at Emory. The restaurant I washed dishes for 10 years ago was right across a block away from Emory. 10 years ago, I was washing dishes as an immigrant. 10 years later, I'm working in one of the best hospitals in the country. I think the beauty of this country, what I noticed is that it gave me the sense of belonging to a place where I have a platform to build my successes. Every time I work hard to learn something and I have a better grade, when I move a step ahead, that I know I have a place to build on it. Started with the person who taught me English when I came to America, with this old lady who's an 80 years old lady picked me up to go take me to Georgia State to submit my application. All of these things were part of our journey to reach where we are. I can't ever say I did it by myself. I always tell that story to my American friends and family because I wanted to tell them how important it is what this country has to offer for people like us. The sense of belonging, the platform, the resource and mentorship, and it all pays off in the end.